catch those little sargos. Those sargos can get up to 5 and 6 pounds. They're really awesome fish, great fighting fish, phenomenal eating. But as you start that chumming process, every once in a while throw another handful of those chunks of squid in the water just to let those fish know that that squid's good to eat. This increases the prey density level in the water. Once you increase the prey density level in the water, even the fish that don't want to eat are going to come over because they see all their friends eating. They're going to come over and they're going to start to eat. You would not believe how many big giant white sea bass I've caught on this method, or how many big sheephead I've caught using this method, or how many big calico bass I've caught using this method. Or, blow your mind, I've caught yellowtail using this exact same method, because once you start that feeding frenzy on this reef, you have no idea what fish are swimming around down there on the reef. So you're gonna keep fishing, chumming, and all kinds of crazy stuff's gonna happen. And most of these artificial reefs are very, very close to most of the harbors. But the biggest problem that I see most people doing when they get to the artificial reef is they're fishing way too heavy. They're fishing way too heavy a line, way too big of a hook, swivels and beads and crap. I'm gonna tie this hook straight to this piece of monofilament. So the hook's gonna be straight to the line, and then the little tiny split shot's gonna be 2 inches, 3 inches just above it, just so that it can flutter in the water as it's sinking. It'll look like all the chunks you're throwing out there, because you're gonna use a tiny split shot, 1/16 of an ounce, little tiny one. Or if there's a lot of current, maybe go up to a 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce, 1/16, but I wouldn't use anything more than a 1/4 ever, because I don't want that bait to get down to the bottom. Because if it's laying on the bottom, all I'm gonna get is a shovel nose or a bat ray. I want it to be drifting in the water column so that we can be catching fish. This is a great way to introduce your children to fishing, or your girlfriend, or some of your buddies that have never fished before. Most people just want to catch something when they go fishing. They're not into a trophy. I know you are. I know you're like a superstar trophy fisherman. That's all you want to do. Well, let me tell you something, gang. You're going to have to make your boat payment all through the winter. Wouldn't it be cool to just go out on your boat and catch fish winter, spring, summer, or fall? Not spend $1,000 on fuel every time you go out? Cubby, what are you doing? You're supposed to be catching a big blue marlin right now. You guys got to learn how to fish these artificial reefs. They're built out here. They're fish holding spots that are full of fish. You do not want to let those go to waste. You want to learn how to fish them. And the way that I just described will absolutely change the way that you go about fishing these artificial reefs. And it will change what you catch on them. If you learn the proper way to anchor, the proper way to chum, and then the proper way to present your bait on the hook like a piece of spaghetti, so that the fish can actually eat it. A big wad of squid on your hook's never gonna work, ever. I know your sister's brother's cousin caught it with a big wad of squid one day, but that's not what we're going out there for, right, baby? We're going out there to catch lots of fish. We like to get a bite every time we throw our line in the water. That's why we go fishing. We go fishing for the bite. And then we can always try to make that bite into a fish. But if we don't get a bite to begin with, it's hard to turn that bite into a fish. I want bites, and this is gonna get you bites. If you learn how to chum on the artificial reef, get that prey density level going in the water, get all that stuff happening behind the boat, and then start flicking these little pieces of squid out on your light rod, your spinning rods, or your little level winds, your little Komodos, or whatever you like to use. Light line is the key though. Your line has to be light so that the fish don't see it. It's got to be light, because we're fishing mostly in shallow water, and these fish have been fished hard for years and years and years. It's the only reason why those big fish are there is because people don't know how to catch them. Now you know how to catch them. Now if you take all this information and go out there to these artificial reefs this weekend you're going to have a phenomenal time. You're going to go, wow, I had no idea there was this many fish on these artificial reefs that I've been fishing for years, but I've been fishing them the wrong way. And just because you've been fishing them for years doesn't mean you've been doing it right. So try what I just suggested. If it doesn't work, I promise you, I will give you back your money. Go to yoursaltwaterguide.com. If you don't know where the artificial reefs are, go to yoursaltwaterguide.com. If you're tired of sucking at fishing, go to yoursaltwaterguide.com for $4.99. All the secrets to fishing in Southern California are revealed with over 280 how-to videos. There's got to be something there for all of you. Check it out.